Am I the only one who, after you saw this film for the first time, really wanted to renovate an old firehouse building and turn it into your home? God, I want to do that right now. The Princess Diaries, released in 2001 and is directed by Gary Marshall, who's also behind such films like Pretty Woman, Dear God, The Other Sister, and Runaway Bride. And this film is starring Anne Hathaway, Heather Matarazzo, Mandy Moore, Caroline Goodall, Robert Schwartzman, and Raindrops on Roses herself, Julie Andrews. And the reason why we're talking about The Princess Diaries today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a big contributor and supporter of this channel, Jeff Fry. Thank you very much for this recommendation. This is a movie that I've seen many previews for. I just recall seeing the trailer and the previews constantly when I would just be watching regular, normal day cable television back in 2001, but this is actually my first time actually sitting down and watching this thing. I know, I'm shocked too. This is one of those quintessential early 2000s films that was my time of when I actually started watching and understanding what film was, but never got around to watching this. I probably in my younger years thought that, oh, this is a chick flick and it's not for me. I'm a dude and I like sports films and superhero and action movies, so give me that stuff. And now here in my older years, I've definitely outgrown that, and I'm definitely going back and watching all of these films that I hailed as chick flicks back then, and I'm loving them. I'm appreciating them. So thank you very much, Jeff, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Jeff and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give a little shout out just like what I did with Jeff Fry here. Mia Thermopolis is an outcast in her skew, where her entire goal in life is to pass by through high school invisible with no one noticing. Well, from out of the blue, the grandmother that she's never met comes a-visiting, where she informs Mia that she is the brand new Princess of Genovia. So now Mia must learn to break out of her shell and embrace the responsibilities of becoming a princess before everyone in skew finds out who she really is. And I'll just say this right off the bat, I think that this film is adorable. I think it is very cute. I think this character of Mia is adorable. She keeps to herself. She is an introvert. She is able to feed off of the energy that she creates for herself. She doesn't rely on other people, even though she has a best friend, which, by the way, that best friend in this film, not the best friend to have in your life, but just seeing her, just her face, she looked like my mother-in-law. And, you know, love my mother-in-law, but not the thing I want to see on my movie screen all the time, I'm gonna be honest. It's the in-laws. That's what everyone else out there also thinks. But I really like this character, and that's saying a lot because I'm not the biggest Anne Hathaway fan. Whenever I see her on screen, I kind of just roll my eyes, just feel like she's always trying too hard. And I get a little bit of the Anne Hathaway trying too hardness in this film a little bit, but there is something genuine and something very cute about this character that I appreciate. And Julie Andrews, I mean, what else can be said about this woman? Like, she's the grandmother here, and having Julie Andrews as your grandmother, I mean, that's the gold standard for any grandma out there. Like, if your grandmother is Julie Andrews, like, that's the jackpot. You can't get a better grandma than that. Like, even back to when I'm thinking about my grandma, she's definitely nowhere close to what Julie Andrews was, but that's who I think my grandmother is. So, you know, there's probably a lot of therapy things that are happening in this review now that I think about it that maybe I need to hash out, but, you know, whatever. We're here talking about The Princess Diaries. And, you know, for it being called The Princess Diaries, I believe there's only one diary in this movie. And from what I recall, it's not hers, it's her father's, right? Or did she have a diary? If she did, I totally missed that and I apologize. So like I said, this film is cute and I am enjoying it for the most part. However, the story here does fall under the trope and the stereotype of, hey, we have this female character who is strong and is wise and can do the things on her own, but she doesn't think that she can, so she can't until she realizes, oh, I can, and then she's able to do it. There are so many films out there and so many scripts where we have a seemingly strong, independent female character, female protagonist in the story, but because society or their care protector, someone in authority around them, a boss of some kind, tells them, no, you can't. So she believes that she can't until through some therapy, through meeting someone, through some magical realization of something, all of a sudden she realized, oh, I can. So I'm going to. Not my favorite story trope out there, but, you know, like I said, this film is cute, and if you have substantial characters and adorable characters going through this very basic, generic story and plot, then yeah, I can forgive it a little bit. Because I thought there was going to be a bigger conflict here. Like someone was going to try and usurp it and lock her away so that she can't announce that she's going to be the princess, and therefore it's going to fall to the weird couple that has the eyebrows in this movie. Like they were going to rule Genovia, and that was going to be a bad thing, even though we don't really know who they are, but they have eyebrows, you see, and that's bad. So we want Anne Hathaway to be our princess because we don't want the eyebrows. But really, there's no conflict here. There's no antagonist. Just again, kind of society in her high school just kind of shunning her and putting her into her place, and her inner turmoil of just wanting to be invisible and just go through her life alone until she realized, oh no, I can do the things. So I'm just gonna do that. And yay, movie ends. Gonna be a little honest, I was expecting a little more with this movie. Maybe the sequel delves into more things and we see like a relationship grow. Doesn't Chris Pine show up in this thing, like in the sequel? And then we see her develop a relationship with him, like isn't he a prince? I haven't seen the sequel and I can't recall seeing the trailers for it. I'm picturing something in my mind of Chris Pine being a prince. Maybe that's just wishful thinking on my end. I don't know. But I'm going to give the Princess Diaries 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
So guys, if you've seen the Princess Diaries, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell to know the next time I'm releasing my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel. But in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.